Hello, everybody. It's Lynn Girardi. Happy Thursday. We're here live right now on Thursday, and I'm trying to do these live I'm trying to stick to the time of 1:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays to do these lives. Just plug this in to share some inspiration, some hope, some law of attraction, um, and positive mindset tips, and just to check in on you, see how you're doing with this life that has its challenges, but we try to remain hopeful and focus on our goals and achieve our goals while enjoying the journey and doing so at any age. That's why the name of this channel is Manifest Fun and Success, which I believe you could do in your own terms, on your own terms, whatever success is to you, and at any age. Let me hydrate a second. So lately, I'm going to do a 3-card pick, like I've been doing. I use Mindful Messages. I know this shows backwards, but Mindful Messages is a positive affirmation type of card deck. And I'm just going to show a card for number 1, 2, and 3. And feel free to just see which number resonates with you, and maybe there's a positive message for you today. These are only positive affirmation cards, only positive messages. So the odds are stacked in your favor for some good news, because we hear a lot of negative news, and I just want to put some good positive thoughts and information out there. So let's see. I'll start with this. Well, actually, I want to mention first that I did 2 videos yesterday. I'm trying to get into doing a short video, a long video, and a live each week. So that's something new I'm starting. Hopefully you can enjoy some of that, and look for that, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, so I know what is working, what people like, and it helps to get the channel out there and successful, so that it's something I can keep up with and keep sharing with all of you. So when you come here, you get a dose of fun, a dose of hope, a dose of positivity. And I do prefer to chat with people live. But I know that in the beginning, people are not going to be able to find me yet. So, meanwhile, I feel like I'm sounding like I'm just blah, 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 talking to the wall. I do really love interacting with people. And hi, Miami Bread 8. Thank you for being here. But I'm going to do a card for 1, 2, and 3. And again, they're positive affirmation cards. Feel free to, maybe if you want, type a number down below, 1, 2, or 3. And if we have a couple of people here, I might be able to do a custom card for you. But this is, oops, I'll read this to you in a minute. So this card 1, card 2, I'm sorry, they read backwards on YouTube, I know. And card 3. So consider what number's standing out to you today, possibly. And let's give you a positive message. Okay, I'm going to read them all. 1, 2, or 3. And if you're watching this in the replay, that's fine. Feel free to type a number below, 1, 2, or 3, just to get involved with this positive energy here. But you don't have to. I'm going to read them now anyway and give a little positive message. Okay, number 1 says on the deck, Mindful Messages, says, unlimited. I create my reality with the thoughts I think and things I focus on. I am unlimited in my ability to create a beautiful life full of good and love. Okay, I create my reality with the thoughts I think. So again, this card says unlimited. The inspirational speaker, Mike Dooley, he calls it infinite possibilities in this world, in this universe, God's universe. We have infinite possibilities in life, supposedly. And a lot of it is based on our soul connection to God, and also our thoughts. So unlimited. I create my reality with the thoughts I think and things I focus on, because with the help of the law of attraction, it tends to be that what you think on most, with the most feeling, you tend to attract. Like attracts like energy. Like energy attracts like energy. So you create your reality with the thoughts you think and the things you focus on the most. You want better things in your life, things that feel happier, more joyful, abundant, loving. You have to focus better on the... Hi, Glenn. Thank you for joining. You have to focus more on happy, positive thoughts of appreciation, loving thoughts, and then you would tend to attract more people, places, and things, situations that have that vibration of what you're focused most on. I am unlimited in my ability to create a beautiful life full of good and love, and that's why we think thousands of thoughts a day, and so many times our thoughts are hijacked by the negativity of the news, online, etc. And there are terrible things out there, or very challenging things out there. We send love and prayers and our help, etc. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Zante fan. Thank you. But it's to our benefit, in my opinion, if we get focused back on love, on our connection to God, and and on what's good in the world, counting our blessings, focusing on the positive. And then you tend to attract that. And of course, God's above all that, but in my opinion, we're co-creating life with his guidance. Okay, but unlimited. So don't think that you have to be stuck with a very limited version of your life. You can have a better life, a smoother, more convenient life, more positive. But we have to get into that positive focus and positive flow, thinking more about what is working in our life, what we appreciate, the blessings, and what's good about things we see around us. Okay, that's number one. Okay, and number 2 and 3 of this positive card deck is guidance system. Guidance system. So this says, I love using my emotions as a guidance system. They show me how close or far away I am from what I want. Right? I'll explain it in a bit. When I'm feeling joy and doing the things I love, I'm in a state of allowing for my desires. I notice when I'm feeling low vibrational thoughts, like negative thoughts, and I shift them to release the resistance. So this is, again, guidance system. This kind of goes along with, I'm a fan of the Abraham Hicks philosophy, one of the philosophies. And this is basically saying use your emotions as sort of your guidance system, like your GPS. How are you feeling right now? If you're not feeling happy or content or abundant, what are you focusing on? And supposedly our inner guidance system, from my understanding, is that soul guidance within you, that part of God within you, your connection to God, source, the universe, however you want to say it, that is helping to guide you through this life. Besides, we have our, whatever you believe, your spiritual team, God, Jesus, whoever you believe in, saints, angels, loved ones on the other side, guardian angels, whatever. But we also have our inner guidance system. And that your emotions show you how close or far you are from what you want. If you're focusing on, I do want this job, or I do want whatever, this peaceful, harmonious relationship with so-and-so, but you're focused more on doubt and fear, and that's not going to happen. That's really a long shot. Are you kidding? That could never happen. Maybe you focus more on, well, some positive changes have happened for me in the past that I thought would never happen, or I believe that with God all things are possible, or talk yourself into a better thought on that topic. and then you start to, what they say is that you start to shift the negative thought and feeling about that topic to something energetically a little higher vibration, a little feeling better. So the more you feel better on these resisting thoughts saying, I can't take this anymore, I can't take that, this is bad, this is a problem, that kind of slows down, from my understanding, God's blessings from manifesting in your life, or from you even seeing that, oh, there's a solution here, but I couldn't see it because I was in this lower vibration of nothing works out for me, everything is going downhill. It reminds me, I had once seen a homeless person in the Port Authority in New York City, and this is just an example, and nothing against this homeless person. I hope to God he's okay. But he was begging for money. And he was begging for money. I think I might have given him something actually, but then I saw that, then he left. And then I saw when he left, he was in front of a cafe. When he left, I saw there was actually a dollar bill folded up, kind of dirty, that was right by his foot, and he didn't even see it. It was right on the ground. He didn't even see it because the way I'm interpreting it is he was so distracted and focused on lack and needing money, and he walked away and he left a dollar that was like right by his foot. And sometimes they say that when we're in sort of a lower vibration, we can't even see the blessings or the positive solutions, or have access to the positive ideas, positive inspiration from God, your inner guidance system, your soul, whatever. You can't even see that because you're so in this negative frequency, like it's not even visible to you, even though it could be right in front of your face. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fernando, and thank you, Glenn. Okay, so that's about the inner guidance system. I notice when I'm feeling low vibrational thoughts, and I shift them to release resistance, because otherwise you gain negative momentum. So if you're looking at negative, I had to do that for myself today. I was so kind of tormented by this story about poor Savannah Guthrie's mother, and I hope to God that prayers to them that she's found safe and sound and quickly. But it was just like this negative momentum of, oh my gosh, this is terrible, and if you stay in that state of negativity, then you weaken your own energy and hopeful positive power to be of service to yourself and the others in your life, or even to the situation, if somehow you want to help that. So it's best to try to raise your mood, because that, when you do, you have better access to, in my opinion, God's inspiration. But God's always there for us. Okay, number 3. The number 3 of today says together. I love working together with others and how it makes once impossible dreams possible. I see there is strength in unity and how much we can accomplish together. Asking for help is not weak, it is powerful. Together, right? A lot of times they say, we're like we're players in God's plan here, and a lot of times we're the closest person to help someone else, and we're part of the solution maybe for someone else. Or together we can come up with better solutions that maybe one person themselves couldn't, to help oneself or a group of people. So last time, together. I love working together with others and how it makes once impossible dreams possible. Sometimes you think you have a goal, you have a passion project, and you think, I would love to do this, but how am I going to do that? I don't know how to do this part of the job, that part of the project. I'm too nervous to do this or that. But sometimes you get other people together with their God-given talents and strengths, and you add your God-given talents, and together, as the name of this card says, you can really create miracles, or you could create amazing results, successful businesses, successful families, successful community, connections, you know, create a charity, create, you know, wonderful things when we join with people together in positivity and harmony, I believe. I see there is strength in unity and how much we can accomplish together. Asking for help is not weak, it's powerful. I guess there are still people who think that asking for help is weak. I feel like I've gotten past that because this life could be too challenging. I mean, like as I've mentioned before, I'm a caregiver to my father, and if it wasn't for all the other people that we have helping us, and I do it a lot, but I wouldn't be talking to you now. I couldn't even be doing this, um, even have the energy or the time, any time, to foster, to care for my own wellness and to be able to share with others any positive inspiration, um, or anything, if I didn't ask for help. When you feel like you're overgiving or you're too overwhelmed or overloaded, get some help. If it's therapy, if I've done that many times over the years, if it's going to a doctor, talking to some kind, getting spiritual direction or guidance or whatever it is, help. There are people out there, sometimes you think, oh, or this thing's broken in the house or whatever, or with your electronics or your computer or your phone, right? We can't know everything. And a lot of times we don't know. I think Wayne Dyer said, we don't know what we don't know. Sometimes you think, I can't get that fixed because this is doing that. How is that going to be able to be fixed? You're not going to know how it's going to be able to be fixed. Get the person that's their forte, that's their natural talent or ability. If you have to pay for it or whatever, or there's some charity that has some free help. Get those things because they know information that you don't know, and things could be fixed much more easily than you think. So that's really what I have here. If anybody wants to choose a card, again, this is positive affirmation cards, mindful messages. It reads backwards. If anybody wants me to this is February. February has 28 days. If anybody wants to choose a number between 1 and 28, just for fun, I just randomly use the amount of days in a month. Feel free to type a number between 1 and 28, and I'll do a little custom, card sharing here with you. That's only if you're here live, okay? I don't know if I see anybody doing that, but I'll give it a minute. And lastly, I'll just mention the message that has been on my mind that might help other people too. And by the way, I'm a law of attraction and positive mindset life coach. So I have a certification in that, and that's why I do this channel, to help people manifest more fun and success in life at any age. And I think a lot of it is because it's really our thoughts that prevent us from moving forward, or we have like ADHD type mindset, whether you have that as a clinical label, or it's just from we're so overloaded with information that I think a lot of us sometimes need to kind of get together and recenter and focus on, wait a minute, what are your blessings? What do you appreciate in life? So we could help get back to a more positive mood and more clarity. And where do you want to go in life? And at any age, I think there's a kernel of that you can have. Okay, so I don't see any cards, any numbers below. So I'm just going to mention for the last 2 minutes, I just made a video short yesterday. I posted, and also a long form video on the same theme. And so I would say the theme this week that's coming to mind, maybe it will help you, is that what was it? You know how people say new year, new you, new year, new you. And I know it's February now, and some comedians say, like, exactly when are we supposed to stop saying Happy New Year? Is it around March, or is it, but I'm going to say, so new year, new you. And then I was thinking, actually, the new you, it's hard to, like, why do people's resolutions kind of fall apart uh, early in the year after they set a resolution. Um, and I think part of it is that to have a new year and a new you, to invite in or manifest with God's help a new you have to start to let go of the old a little bit. You have to begin to let go of the old, or start to transform the old way you've been showing up, your personality, the old responses you give to people and situations, and take on some new, more positive behaviors of the new you would like to be, whatever that is, right? So just my example in the videos was, say you walk every day the same way to the supermarket or to work or to school, and you always go down 2 blocks straight down this path, make a right on that road, whether you're driving or you're walking, or commuting in some way. Maybe sometime try a different path. Literally try a different path, and figuratively speaking, because sometimes just taking something new, doing something new, you get new ideas. You don't have as many jaded concepts about, it's always like this on this block. It's always, when I go there, I always see this person. You change things up a little bit to invite in a little bit of a new perspective, even in a practical uh, baby step kind of way. And you don't know, you might see new opportunities just by doing that. Oh, there's this store over there. Oh, there's that cafe over there. Oh, I ran into so and so because, like, I saw one day, I went shopping for groceries like hours earlier than I usually do. And I was like, oh, look at that. I know that person and that person. I never see them. They are shopping at this time early in the day, and you could come up with new interactions and new opportunities through these other people or places. Sometimes maybe you'll find a new cafe or someplace, a park or something that, like, oh, wow, that would be a refreshing idea, refreshing way to spend some of my time, to gather my thoughts, or to work and do some work out of your home office or something. So that's a practical way. But you have to let go a little bit of doing things the way you always did. Not everything, but. And then the last example I want to give of that is, so I'm trying to do that. And one of my situations is, I feel that I've been, as a caregiver and in life, I've been a little bit, if anybody can relate to any of this, maybe type a one or an emoji if you wish. I feel like I've been a little bit too much of a people pleaser. Okay, I have a Catholic background, which is great. That's my foundation. But different situations from childhood, and I guess the era I grew up in, it's always that it's better to give. And self-love and self-care were not really discussed, or looked upon as good. They were looked upon as sort of you being selfish or conceited or something. That was decades ago. Thankfully, self-care is being promoted more now. And so equally, like, love one another as you love yourself, but they never really talked about, and what does love yourself mean? They just assumed, well, people are so interested in themselves, they don't want to help other people. Well, I would say that there's a lot of people that are over giving to love everybody else, and really are not really loving themselves or giving themselves much self-care. And from doing that, you get totally burnt out. You could get ill, and I've been down that path. So the new year, new you, one of the things I want to be is have a little bit more self-worth. I've been working on that, and I'm making progress over the years, thank God. But having some more self-worth, and instead of just always volunteering to do everything for everybody, we have to let them, their souls on their own life journey, we have to let them do some things for themselves so they feel strong and independent and worthy enough that they can handle their own lives. And we may be preventing some people from gaining their own strength on their journey in life by doing too much for them. and then it backfires on you. So yesterday, as an example, I was going to go, I usually do a lot of doctor appointment visits with my parent, and uh, practically doing all of them all the time. Instead, I decided to delegate that task yesterday, because it was a simple appointment, and without saying much, it seems like it went very well, um, and on both sides of the coin. For my father and his helper, and also for me, who was still doing work at home for my father. But it's about standing up for yourself, for your own self-worth, and self-care. So that was my way, even though it was uncomfortable, of inviting in a new way of being, a new personality, in a way, trying it on, which is the personality of someone who also takes care of themselves and their own needs, not just is like a doormat, because that's not good for anybody, in body, mind, or spirit, health wise. Because if anything happens to you, like they say on the planes, right? Mothers and children, if there's a problem with the oxygen in the airplane, mothers, put the oxygen mask on yourself first. I'm sure everybody's heard this, and then put it on your child. And that sounds shocking when you first hear it, probably, which it did to me. But the whole point is, if you know, are ill or pass away in an extreme, who's going to help those people that you know you're responsible for, if you're not good enough to give yourself some self-care and take care of yourself first, so that you can share your energy, your love, your resources, your help with others. um, so those two videos are pretty interesting, I think, and it talks more about inviting in the new you, but letting go a little bit of the old, in order to do that and to make that resolution or that goal finally stick, including clearing out clutter, to open up the energy and maybe inspire you with new ideas, etc., for this new you that you want to become. I also mentioned some things about what Dr. Joe Dispenza says about that, about your personality, and like how you can shift your personality a little bit, and some other things. So thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate your being here. I'm hoping to do this every Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, and have some events coming up. Please subscribe and like if you feel so inclined, so I know to keep this going, and this could get out to more people so they know when I'm on. Thank you so much. Have a great day. With God, all good things are possible, and you can do it. Take care. Bye-bye.